How's everyone doing? I haven't done a live stream in well, it feels ages on YouTube. Thought I'd do a live stream this evening as we've got more time in the lockdown to see who comes on. It'd be really good to see everyone and see how all of you are doing. Obviously, I put the videos out on YouTube and I speak to some of you there, but it's not it's not the same as doing a live stream where I can speak to you guys a little bit more. It's a bit more intimate, a bit more interactive. So let's give it a few minutes, see how many people come on. So today I thought I would, I mean, I've taught this before, but I'm sure there's a lot of guys that would appreciate it, because obviously some of you may not have seen the videos, you've got the advice. So today's live stream is about how to build confidence of women for guys, obviously, when you're shy and you're suffering with social anxiety. I'm going to share some tips on that, which are, well, I think they're really life-changing. And yeah, and I'll share some of my story in how I did it, because and hopefully I'll get to find out how everyone's getting on. Let me know. Good to see. Yeah, give us yeah, let me know how you're getting on in the chat, and we can get some questions going, some Q&A. I quite miss these live streams. I was doing them quite a lot in 2019. I used to do them regularly, but obviously with the change of the lockdown, it's kind of changed the routine and everything. So who knows? Maybe I'll get the momentum going again and start doing a stream every week, every Monday or something like that. So let us know where you're coming from, what country you're living in, and how you are in the chat section. Don't be shy. It'd be great as well if you could like and share this stream. Oh, that's great. From New York City. What's it like over in New York? I don't think you guys are in lockdown, right? I spoke to one of my friends who lives in where does he live? He lives in Queens, and he was saying that they're not in lockdown. So as we're in lockdown again in London. So yeah, I was just interested to know. I've got loads of friends from the States, different parts, Cincinnati, New York, where is it? Florida, so many other places as well. Yeah, I've got to get used to doing these streams again. It's I don't feel nervous or shy. I just feel a little bit rusty from where I haven't been practicing as much. I've been doing more YouTube videos. Oh, great. From Egypt, that's nice. Right, so I just want to get an understanding, right? One of the challenges I've got at the moment, which is kind of fun, there's a lot of people on my channel that have come to the YouTube channel for different reasons. And obviously that's because over the years I've kind of changed the message. So some people have subscribed to the channel for social anxiety advice, which is great. Some people, the guys, have subscribed strictly for dating advice from way back when I was a dating and relationship coach. So there's a little bit of confusion. I'm trying my best to make the message clear and put the right content out. I've also built a new YouTube channel, a second channel, which is called Become Fearless. I do podcast interviews there. So a lot of good things in the making, but I kind of like the challenge, you know, of making different content. But yeah, my main message, I can make it very clear to people. My message is quite simple. So I'll just tell you my story really quickly. I really struggled growing up with anxiety and shyness, and I really had problems with confidence. My first memories of really struggling was, you know, about 13, 12. I struggled with people in general. I was quite nervous around my family, not so much my mum and dad, but more like, you know, like the rest of my family. I get very nervous in groups of people and stuff. I found it hard to hold eye contact, and yeah, I'd get quiet. I'd go quiet, or I would sometimes stutter. Sometimes when I would speak, I'd get quite socially awkward. So it was really frustrating for me back then, because I felt I just felt quite ashamed and embarrassed because I mean, it was a different time then, and I used to think that I was the only one that had some kind of problem with talking to people. It was a weird thing. Sometimes I was okay, and other times I was really nervous around people. So this is the start of my story, and I went to a school where it was a mixed school, and there was a lot of bullying in my school. There was nice kids, but there were some kids that were, I mean, they were a bit mean, and it was so a lot of kids got bullied if they were quiet and shy, and I got bullied for quite a few years because I was really quiet um, at school. I was really socially scared. Scared of being judged and picked on and that kind of stuff. So I suppose the start of my journey is I got bullied. I was shy. I was nervous with people, with my around family members, and at school. And then I started getting really nervous around girls, right? Which is why this live stream is about how to build confidence for guys with women who've got social anxiety. So it really started to hurt me and get me down when I started to feel really scared around girls and nervous. It did hurt my feelings when I was nervous around other guys. But obviously, being a young man, you want to impress girls, you want to get a girlfriend, you don't want to feel not good enough and different at school. So probably a lot of you would relate, and I know a lot of you do relate to me on the channel because you've been through very similar things. So I'm taking you right back to the origin of my problem, which will help you to understand my motivation for this channel and helping other people. By the way, as I'm sharing the information, guys, you can ask me any questions and I will answer your questions. So you can interrupt me, it's fine. I make my live streams really easy going. I prefer to answer questions because I don't want to just feel like I'm just talking loads and people are not getting a chance to get their questions in. So my problem in life was this social anxiety. I didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't know how to overcome it when I was younger. I didn't speak to anyone about it. I was too embarrassed. I think the only person I really spoke to about it was my mum, because I was close with my mum. I could trust my mum. She was very understanding. And then I slowly started to tell my dad about it, which wasn't easy for me to do, because I kind of grew up. My dad was a good man, but he was very strict. My father was very strict, so I think like most guys, you're kind of scared of your dad growing up. Even though I love my dad very much, and he was very good in many ways. We've got a good relationship now, but I kind of struggled to open up with my dad, and I think that affected me growing up, and I think that affects a lot of men who have a similar relationship with their father to begin with. So all these issues that I had, they all kind of came back to the one issue, which was the social fear. And I guess my fear was getting nervous in front of people. That really scared me. I didn't want people to see my anxiety. I'll get to your question. What were the first steps you took to overcome your anxiety around women? I'm going to answer that question for you literally in a minute. Give me 1 minute. So, my fear was I didn't want people to see me nervous, right? I didn't want to show weakness when I was younger, even up until about age of 25, 19, 20, that kind of stuff. So, for the first part of my life, I didn't have any confidence, didn't create any success. I weren't very happy in periods, right? Although I did have a good upbringing from my family, like I said. And I did have friends growing up, right? So I don't want to confuse you guys, but I'm not going to exaggerate, make my life sound like it was really bad. It was bad in periods, but it was also great, right? I had a good, loving mum and dad and loving family as well, nice, good people. But I did suffer. I did get bullied a lot in school around my area. I suffered with depression, anxiety, even paranoia. I was very paranoid. Um, I was always paranoid that people were judging me, even when they weren't. I was always worried about what people were thinking about me, if I was in a social situation, I would be panicking inside. I would be thinking that they're thinking bad things about me and they think I'm not a good person and all this kind of stuff, right? This was a result of bullying. So moving on. So to answer your question, which ties into my story, the first steps I remember taking to overcome my anxiety with women. It's a good question. God, I think I think the first steps I took was in nightclubs, right? But it didn't work for me because although I tried to speak to girls in nightclubs, I was so nervous and I didn't really commit. I would try, I'd go up to a girl and maybe say, "Do you want to dance with me?" Or, you know, "What music do you like?" And then I wouldn't really know how to carry out the conversation. And the girls would usually just be polite or ignore me. So that was my first attempt. That didn't work, to answer your question. But what really started to work for me, I've said this story before, when I was 23 years of age, I started going out to the gym doing weightlifting, right? Bruce Lee was my inspiration. I thought if I put some muscle on, because I was very skinny as a teenager, even in my 20s, really skinny. Now I'm like, you could say I'm a little bit chubby, but I was skinny, right? And I was very insecure about that. That also gave me social anxiety because I felt I didn't feel comfortable being skinny, right? Now it wouldn't bother me, but when I was younger. So when I went down the gym, I met this guy. We just got talking. He was a very confident guy, and he just seemed to like me, right? Not in that way. I'm straight, right? He was straight. Right? Nothing wrong if you're not straight. I'm just making a point. So we ended up talking and becoming friends, and he was very confident with women, right? And very confident with people. And I hadn't really met someone as confident as he was. So to cut a long story short, um, he helped me with my confidence with women, right? I didn't ask him to teach me. I didn't pay him. He was my friend, but he was very, very confident speaking to women, and I liked the way that he respected women. He was honest with women. You know, he was respectful. He was charming. He was decent. He was just very natural. And when I saw the way he was talking to women, I looked up to him. I wanted to. I'm doing great, man. Alfred's Place. It's a nice name. How are you doing? By the way, guys, what's more important than today's teaching? How is everyone doing? I hope everyone is getting through this lockdown. I hope everyone's family is safe, everyone's well. That's my main concern. And I really appreciate all of your support, all of you, right? If you're new to my live stream, then hopefully you'll enjoy it, you'll get to know me, and you'll get some confidence from this. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because if you want to get over your anxiety with talking to women and people and be more confident, I will help you with that. Right. Seems like we've got a new audience today. I don't recognize all your names. Anyway, right. So I met this guy. I was 22, 23. He was 2 years older than me. He was confident talking to women. Women seemed to really like him. And he taught me. And that's when I started to go out and speak to women. And I tell you what really helped me, right? And this will help a lot of you. Other than my father growing up, I never really had any friends or men that would help me and encourage me, you know, to be more confident with women. I just never had that apart from my dad, right? And you know what it's like when you're growing up. Sometimes you don't really take advice from your parents when you're young. You're young. You kind of know that your parents are telling you the right things, but you don't always listen, and you're more likely to listen to someone that you can, you know, one of your friends or another guy. So the advice that this guy gave me, my friend, he told me, be yourself, be yourself, be honest, and just go over and talk to a woman and, you know, and ask her out. Simple advice he gave me, and believe in yourself. And I would say, well, what if I get rejected? What if I go up and she doesn't want to speak to me, or she's got a boyfriend? And he would say, it's fine. You know, it doesn't make you a failure, doesn't make you a loser. At least you tried. And if a woman is not interested in you, then that's fine. You can go and speak to another woman, and until you find the right person. So he gave me very, very simple advice, And that really helped me. And I obviously spent time with him, and I got to see him speaking to women. So I got to see it firsthand, right? Is everyone following me? I hope you understand this. So, it was really about pushing myself into these social situations. It wasn't easy at the start, and it won't be for a lot of you. And um, learning how to manage the anxiety and the shyness and the fear. When I was speaking to women, and it got easier. As I would practice more, I would start to gain confidence. So my first advice to any guy who wants to be more confident, or women who's got anxiety, is to be honest. Whenever you speak to a girl in any social situation, I don't think people realize how much confidence you get from being honest. You really do gain a lot of confidence through, being kind, being honest, being confident, and I would say keep things simple. A lot of guys try to come up with fancy lines and that kind of stuff, and it doesn't really work very well. It's really about keeping it simple and just speaking to a woman or a girl that you're interested in the same way that you'd speak to a friend, the same way that I'm communicating with you on the live stream. Calm, positive, relaxed, natural. And women tend to really respond to that a lot better than, if you get drunk, have to drink a lot of alcohol, and you start acting different, not yourself. So these were the principles that I learned from Floyd, from my friend, and I was later. Do you also have a hard time dealing with pressure, not just social pressure, but also exams? Well, yeah, of course. I mean, obviously, I'm not in university now. I'm older. But when I did, obviously at school, yes, I did used to get very stressed out and pressure. But the interesting thing was, my friend, is when you practice putting yourself in fearful situations, you start to get better at dealing with pressure. So let me give you an example, right? This is another way that I built my confidence. I might just have to take some notes, right? So for me, you know, dealing with pressure and overcoming the fear of talking to women or talking to people or a job interview or any fear is really about in your mindset choosing choosing to put yourself in a situation which is stressful, which is frightening, which is uncomfortable, and learning how to swim, learning how to survive, learning how to communicate. And the more you practice under those conditions where there's a situation which will make you nervous, the more confident you become, the more you do it. So, for example, live stream today. I wouldn't have been able to do a live stream when I was 13, 15 because I was too nervous and I didn't have the motivation. I didn't know I could do it. But now I can do it very easily because I've done hundreds of these live streams. So practice makes perfect. Write that down. If any of you've got a pen handy or a phone, no, sorry, that's the wrong word. Practice makes confidence. Practice makes confident. The more you practice something, the more confident you get. But where a lot of guys go wrong with building their confidence with women, they might ask a girl out at school or at work or wherever, and when they get rejected or when it doesn't go the way that they want it to, they lose confidence. They stop, and that's how you don't continue. So you've got to learn to deal with rejection and failure. How you doing, Christopher? Hey, Johnny. I'm 24. Well, to answer your question, Christopher, like I've been saying at the start of this stream, if you just come on, it's really about learning the basic social skills of how to speak to women. So this is what I teach. This is what I do. Number one, right? Before we think about anything else, is honesty. right? And I know this isn't very popular today on social media, and we're not really taught this. We're kind of taught as men to grow up. We're kind of taught to be dishonest with women or with people, right? Which I don't agree on, but I understand because people are scared, and a lot of guys think they need to act and impress. But the same way I'm being honest with all of you on this live stream, I'm being myself, and I'm respecting all of you. It's the same way you communicate with women, and it's really getting past the idea that it won't work. It will work. Believe me. I'm actually writing paper. Thank you for what you do. You're very, very welcome. This is great. Oh, it's really nice to have quite a few more people. We've got 17 people on the stream. Only 5 people have hit the like button. Only do it if it feels right. Give us a like. Hit the like. I promise you, I'm going to be doing a lot more of these streams. I will really help a lot of you with your confidence. I really want to get an understanding today of how can I help all of you more. What videos can I put out, providing that the videos are not going to be videos that I'm not going to feel comfortable putting out. I want to know how I can help you more and get to know more of the subscribers. And let us know how everyone's doing in lockdown. Right, okay, so honesty is number one. This is what Floyd taught me. Honesty means when you're talking to a woman, you're being honest about how you feel. You're being genuine. You're not being fake. And I think that's what impresses women. They don't like it generally when men try and act too egotistical, cocky, arrogant, trying to be someone you're not. So every single one of you is unique. You wouldn't want to try and be me or the guy at your high school work. You want to be you. So you want to be Christopher. You want to be Romeo, Mr. Can't pronounce your surname, Query. You really want to think that, okay, I'm a unique individual. When I go and speak to a woman, I want to show my personality. So number one's honesty. Number two is social skills, right? Conversation skills, social skills. Now, the basics of any conversation with a woman is learning how to go up, introduce yourself, ask a girl or a woman her name, what she does, what she's interested in, is she studying, what she's passionate about. Just building some trust. Simple things to begin with. So learning how to go, hi, excuse me, my name's Christopher. You look nice or you look interesting. Where are you from? I usually say that I'm interested in where a person is from. And so when you can do these basic things, then you can build the long-term relationships that a lot of you want, or you can go on a date. Does that make sense? So you learn it step by step. This is how I learn, and it's a lot more simple than you think. So has everyone understood that? Yeah, enjoy the process. That means, Sean, you've been with me for a long time. That's my old saying. My new saying is become fearless. So I used to say enjoy the process. Now we say become fearless, but it is important to enjoy. We get to become fearless here. Yeah, please do subscribe to the channel, guys, if you're enjoying the stream. So social skills. You don't have to come up with fancy stuff. You don't have to quote poetry. You don't have to use pickup lines. My opinion on meditation. Great. If it works, then give it a try. I don't do classic meditation, but my meditation is going for a walk. So I think meditation's really good, and I think everyone can find their own meditation. But yeah, I've heard a lot of friends and students say in the past it's helped them to reduce their anxiety. It's made them happier. So the social skills, a lot of it is based on asking questions. And I know a lot of dating advice out there says, you shouldn't ask a woman a lot of questions because it's boring or it will upset her or it's like a job interview. But I don't agree on that. I don't agree on that. You should ask questions. When you don't know someone, how are you supposed to get to know someone? if you don't ask them a question. If I don't ask you guys questions, how the hell can I build a conversation with you? How can I know where you're from, what your hobbies are, what you want me to help you with? So obviously, you don't want to ask loads of questions, but I would say at least 1 to 3 questions in each conversation. So an example would be, "Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Stanley? I like your name. Is that your surname?" So an example is, where did you grow up? Simple question. This is what I learned from Floyd. Everything he did was simple when he spoke to women. Everything he did was honest and it was effective. Because when you're confident, guys, which you will be if you follow my videos, it looks simple. It doesn't need to look flashy, like you see on the movies. That's the movies, right? That's not reality. So, where did you grow up? Good to see you, Christopher. That's a question. And a woman will say, I'm from America. I'm from the Caribbean. I'm from Italy. I'm from Ireland. I'm from England. I'm from Spain. As soon as a girl answers your question, she is communicating with you. She's interested in you, or she's at least happy to talk to you. Then you can have an opinion on that. This is basic social skills. Same way if I ask you guys, we can practice a little bit now. If I ask you guys, what have you been doing throughout lockdown to keep yourself busy? Some of you tell me in the box below. I've been making YouTube videos, right? That's one of my hobbies to keep me positive and happy. What are you guys doing? You studying? Are you working? Are you doing art? Tell me in the box below. And these are some of the social skills and how to, build, how to attract a girl. Great, training Muay Thai, right? Fantastic. I'll show you the exercises now. So let's pretend Sean's a woman, right? Obviously he's not, but if I was talking to a girl, I asked Sean a question. He gave me the answer. He trained in Muay Thai. Now, good social skills would not be to ignore that and go, okay, great, you do Muay Thai. Stay on that. I'm generally interested. So what got you into Muay Thai? What inspired you to start training in Muay Thai? And how long have you been doing it? And why did you do it? I'll let Sean answer. This is how simple it is. If any of you else got questions, fire ahead. So Sean's just told me, I asked Sean a question. He's told me he trains Muay Thai. Now I've asked him, how did he get started? Why does he do it? And so forth. What are his motivations, right? Because everyone is motivated by something. So if you were talking to a girl and she said she did Muay Thai or fitness, great. I've always been a fan of self-defense. I decided to take the time. I'm so glad I did. And now I'm 3 months in. Fantastic. See how easy I got the conversation going with Sean. And all I did was I was honest with Sean and I asked Sean a question. And now he's opening up. And this is the first start of how to build a conversation with a girl or a woman in any social situation. But obviously it's having the confidence, and obviously when you say it, you want to be positive. Okay, we'll get to that. So if a girl answers the question by yes, no, or cool, that doesn't always mean that a girl's not interested because someone gives short answers. Sometimes a girl obviously she may not trust you straight away, or she's a bit shy. So short answers don't always mean a person's not interested. It can mean that, but not always. So if a girl says yes, no, you can still continue. So just another little example with Sean. So okay, so now I know a little bit more about Sean. Now I can go off in maybe a different direction, or I can even stay on it and say, I can take a chance and just say I might be wrong, but it's fine. You don't need to be perfect. Or I could say to Sean, did Bruce Lee inspire you to take up self-defense? Now look, Sean's going to either say yes or no, right? And I'm just being honest. I can't go wrong because I'm being honest and being respectful, but I'm being intelligent. I'm staying on the topic in which Sean has told me. So this is a way that you build good connections with women and people in general. You know, you're able to stay on a topic that a person's interested in. So that's some really great stuff already. So number 3. So we've got honesty. Great. See, I'm building a connection with Sean, and I'm doing it by asking questions, honest questions, interesting questions. His quote: "Be as water, be a source of inspiration in my life." Yeah, Bruce Lee. Yes, it's like it fits into a bottle or a cup or a teapot. Water can flow, it can crash. See how quick that was. So it's the same with talking to a girl, you know. And once you learn these social skills, which are not tricks, they're not cheesy pickup lines. I don't teach that. They're good social skills. They're gonna really help you in every area of your life. These social skills are going to help you in school, you know, at university, with people, with your friends. So this is important. Okay, number 3. For me, number 3, which is important, I think it's not the most important, but it's important, is your dress sense, your fashion. Now, again, it, it doesn't need to be expensive clothes. It can be just smart, you know, looking smart. You'll notice today I'm a bit casual, right? It's cold, but you'll notice in a lot of my videos I look smart, and that's because, you know, my dad inspired me growing up. My mum always used to, you know, dress me smart, and I know that women do find men attractive and appreciate when you dress smart. You know, it's not about looks. I've said that before, but you know, the way that you dress is important. It gives you confidence. So if you got good manners and you're honest and you have good social skills and you're talking to women and you dress smart, it really does make a massive difference. And I think the best way for guys to learn how to dress is to ask someone who knows about fashion. And the quickest, easiest way, I'll give you my tip, it doesn't cost any money. Well, go into any shop, any clothes store, high street store where you live, and walk in and ask the lady or the man who works in there, "Excuse me, can you help me to get with my fashion? I don't know about fashion." And they will help you pick trousers, shirt, or shoes or trainers. And you will start understanding, you know, how to wear the right fit for your body. So that's really important, I think. All right. Number 4. Now, I think this is very important as well. You have to learn to have the confidence to be able to ask a woman out, because a lot of guys will make the mistake of talking to a girl, building a good connection, but they're too scared to ask the girl out in case she rejects them. And I understand that, right? But believe me, these are scary fears to overcome. But like my channel says, if you become foolish, your life will become limitless. So you really want to get into the habit of finding the courage to, you know, ask a woman out, because if you don't ask, then a lot of the times you're going to miss out. It could be your girlfriend, it could be a really nice girl. And if you don't find the courage to say, "Look, I really enjoyed talking to you today," whether you're at university or wherever you are, it doesn't matter really what social situation. And if the woman likes you, a girl likes you, she'll say yes. You know, "Look, it was great talking to you today. I'd like to see you again. Why don't we go for a coffee? Or why don't we go for a drink?" And you know, and I've, you know, this is how I learn. You know, and this has changed my life. That's great. We got 19. It's good today because the live stream's starting to build up. I just want to make sure everyone's following me, right? Before I continue, I just want to make sure everyone is on point and everyone's getting a lot out of this. Just let me know if you're enjoying this and you're learning. Just write "learn," right? I know some of you can't look at the type. Just write "learn," and then I know that this is helping you, because I don't want to confuse you guys with too much information. Okay, learn. Great. Well, that's great. You guys are getting it. So, can you guys understand that it's a lot more easier than you think? You know, when you're at home or you're thinking about talking to a girl, it feels scary in your own head because you're thinking, what am I going to say? What if she likes me? What if it doesn't go well? That's, understandable. You're human. But once you can get out of your head, I know for me, and I can probably speak for a lot of you, it always took me a little bit longer to get out of my shyness, because I've always been quite introverted. But once I get out of being shy and I get warmed up and I feel comfortable with a girl or people, I start becoming more talkative and I can be more confident and positive, and people tend to respond really well to me. So, how many of you are like that? Greetings and viewers. Good to see you, Bobby Boldy. So, this is another important factor for getting more confident with girls and people is understanding to be patient with yourself and sometimes, great, become fearless. I like that. I have to get some new t-shirts soon at some point. So you've got to be patient as well with yourself, guys, and realize that sometimes it takes maybe 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes for you to get more relaxed and confident around a girl so you can show your personality and she can get to see, what an awesome guy you are. Great. Yeah, same. I need to build social momentum and then I feel unstoppable. Exactly. So a lot of guys make the mistake of thinking that they're not good enough, thinking that girls don't like them, thinking that people don't like them, thinking that they're not good at talking to women. Actually, they're wrong. What they don't realize is they haven't got the momentum, which Chinny. Got some interesting names, you guys. You don't make it easy for me with these names. So a lot of guys don't realize that they're not warmed up. The best sportsman in the world, even Bruce Lee had to warm up. No one's just good at everything straight away. Same when I do the live stream. It takes me 5-10 minutes to get warmed up. I can really speak with confidence and charisma. Is it possible to get a girlfriend during lockdown? It is possible. It's challenging. It's not necessarily going to be easy, but it's definitely possible. Because whilst there's still human beings walking around, it is possible. I used to be very shy. Now I'm getting better. It's taken years for me to change. It does take years. It does. It took me years, but it's worth it, right? But I'm slowly improving. Thanks again. Your videos really helped me in the past. You're welcome. Hey, what about now? That's what everyone's saying lately. I'm only joking, but a lot of people are saying my videos in the past. But what about my new videos, man? They're even better. I'm older. I'm more mature. I'm aging like wine. I'm getting better as I'm getting older. I think my videos are better now, but I suppose a lot of you might disagree. Obviously, I can't change that, but I've definitely got more experience now. That's great, though. Yeah, you will improve. It does take time as well. It does take practice and patience, but you can also improve overnight. It would be great if you guys could just tell me a list of videos that you would like me to make so I know what topics to cover, because I've got so much experience and knowledge. I don't always know what topic to talk about because I don't know, what it is that you guys want help with. So if you could tell me, then I can cover the video. So for example, is it how to start a conversation with a girl? Is it phoning a girl on the phone and texting? Is it a date, relationship? Is it feeling confident? Is it fashion? Let me know in the chat, and I will make some really good videos on YouTube. I can put some time and effort. No, you don't have to be flirty to ask a girl out. That's really not true. That's great. Well, that's good because it seems like you've gained a lot of confidence, Romeo, which is brilliant. As obviously, there's a lot of people on this channel. Everyone's at different stages. Some people are starting out. Some people have just found my channel now. Some have been watching it for years. Obviously, I do videos on other topics on this channel as well, guys. I do videos on social anxiety, where it's how to speak to people in general, and I do videos on fear. I do videos on porn addiction, anxiety. I try and keep it fun and different videos. So I'm just patiently waiting for any topics you guys want me to cover, and I'm going to write them down on my pad, and then I know what videos to make. So I'll give you guys a few minutes to decide. I'll continue talking. Any boxing fans, by the way, on the live stream, I know some of my followers like boxing, some of them don't. I'm a big boxing fan. Yeah, while we're waiting, let me share my second channel I built. Oh great, I'm going to talk to you about boxing. Did you see the Crawford Spence fight? Yeah, I've got a new podcast show, guys. I've done 8 interviews. I think you guys will love it. I've interviewed 8 people already on their life stories and how they overcome their fears. Really interesting people. So if you want to see those things, let me just share the link. It would be great to get more subscribers to the second channel. I've got 2 YouTube channels now, one for dating and relationships and social anxiety, and one for the podcast show. Okay, man, I really enjoy these live streams. Do I recommend NoFap? Yeah, if you want to do it, I haven't got a problem with NoFap. Right, there's a link here, guys. If you click that link, it'll be great if you could subscribe to my new podcast, Become Fearless. Hey Johnny, do you think that overcoming fear of talking to women can improve your confidence of it? 100%. There's no doubt about it. 100%. That's part of my story, which I wanted to share. I've been sharing with for many years. I really improved my confidence. I actually improved my relationship, I believe, with my family by talking to women. So all areas where you practice basically facing your fear would improve. Oh, that's really kind of you, Sean. Well, at the moment there's a lockdown going on, and at the moment I'm not actually running my business or working or teaching. I'm taking some time out, and because of the lockdown, I can't really do much. But I'm hoping to make a full return to coaching next year, which I definitely will be. Hopefully, this lockdown coronavirus thing will be solved, but who knows? But in the meantime, I do a lot of the free videos and live streams. But Johnny Berba will be making a return with confidence coaching and a lot of stuff. But yeah, I appreciate that. That means a lot. So yeah, if you guys click that link, you can subscribe to the channel. And I've already done. You can see the interviews already. They're really good. No, I don't have a girlfriend at the moment. Actually, believe it or not, I'm single. Do I want kids? Not right now. I love kids, and I think I'd be a great dad. But right now, no, I don't. I don't want kids at the moment. There's a few things that I want to achieve and go for. But you never know; it could happen. If I meet the right woman and we fall in love and we have kids, I will be happy. But it's not one of my goals right now. I appreciate your question, though. Okay, videos on starting conversations, phone call tips, how to improve social skills. I like that. Okay, I'm going to do a video on social skills. I really love that topic. You've come to the right channel, because I teach this on the YouTube channel, how to improve. I really like that topic, social skills. I've always been scared in front of big groups. Any tips? Yes, I've got a great tip for you, Christopher. I've got a really good tip. It's the best tip I can give you. The best way to improve is to go to social events. And I don't know if some of you know, I do a free event called the Fearless event. I couldn't do it this week because of the lockdown, but I do them every month in London. And if any of you are interested in coming to one of those in the future, drop me an email and I'll tell you more about it. I was very shy in front of big groups, right? Really shy. So public speaking is really good, and going to events. Going to an event where there's about, 5, 10, 20 people, it will really help you to get less scared in front of big groups. That's my best advice. That's all you need to do. If you do that for if you do that for 1 year or 6 months, you don't have to do it every day. Once a month, go to a meetup group, an event. You will not recognize your confidence. You'll be so good. Maybe a video about how to get out of bad thinking habits. Bad thinking habits. Sorry for my poor English in German. No, your English is fine. Maybe a video about how to get out of bad thinking habits. All right. Bad thinking. I like that. Another great topic. Bad thinking habits. Right. So already we've got 2 videos. You guys are contributing to some really life-changing videos. Hey Johnny, how do you ask a girl to be your girlfriend? Should I say it out loud? I think I think with that it's social skills, it's timing. I don't think it would be ideal to just say to a girl you first met, "Will you be my girlfriend?" I mean, it's not anything's possible, but that's probably not ideal. You really want to just let it happen naturally. I think the way that most people become boyfriend and girlfriend is by dating each other for a while, and then you get to know each other, you get closer. But listen, if worst case scenario, if you feel feelings for a girl and she likes you, and you're dating, you could always tell her, yeah, why not? Yeah, if you're prepared to take that risk, why not? No, I'm not. I'm not for the bar scene really. My advice is, I mean, it's not really it's not really directed at going out to bars and stuff. It can work anywhere, but it's more for normal natural places. I did share this live stream. Let's see if this has been shared out. So any more video ideas you guys want me to do? So social skills, how to break bad thinking habits. Best thing to do, Christopher, is ask questions. Best thing to do, if you have to build up the confidence to ask questions. If you don't ask questions, then you're not going to figure things out. So it's just taking one step at a time. So you start off by saying, what's your name to a girl? Where are you from? What are you interested in? Just keep things simple. And as you get more confidence, you can say more. It's basically like getting out of being shy, right? At first, you might say one word, then a person says a word, then you say another word. And then when you feel more confident, you just open up and start speaking. Yes and no. If a girl likes you, she might give you a signal, but sometimes you might not know. It depends on your social skills. It depends on the situation. So I would argue, genius, yes and no. It depends on the girl and the situation. But I think you can usually feel if a girl likes you. You get a feeling in your stomach, don't you? You kind of feel it. Or some of the obvious signs is that the way she looks at you, she'll stare at you. She would be smiling. She would be asking you questions, that kind of stuff. I think the main takeaway today is, guys, is that you practice things just slowly. You don't try and do everything because that's too overwhelming for a lot of guys, especially when you're getting over your social fears and you're building social skill. You really want to take one step at a time until you can do one step and then the next step, like dancing or anything. So if I can just give you an example, let's just say, for example, one of you wanted to do a live stream, what I'm doing today, but you were nervous and scared. You would maybe just do 5 minutes for the first time. You would think about something to say for 5 minutes, and then you would end it. And then the next time you do 6 minutes, and then the next time you do 7, and then 10, and then eventually you could do an hour or 2 hours. So you do it, in steps, so that you can get used to it. And that's the philosophy that I've applied to all areas of life. What's the best way to build social momentum? For example, the other day I was at the gym and I saw a girl I wanted to speak, but I couldn't work up the nerve. Yeah, that happens a lot. That happens to me, it happens to all of us. I think in that situation, that's a tricky one. Let me think about that. I think in that situation, it starts off when you leave your house, speaking to people. So, like before you go, when you go to the gym, I'm sure you speak to the people that work in the gym, right? That take your card or scan your membership. Maybe you speak to them for a bit. You say, how was your day going? You make a joke with them, a bit of small talk. Then maybe you speak to someone else in the gym. You say, oh, you compliment them. Oh, I like the way you're training, or, what exercise is that? So you just build little bits of small conversations with as many people as you can. And you can speak to guys. It doesn't always have to be. And then once you get warmed up and you get momentum, then you can go and speak to the girl in the gym that you like because you've got warmed up, right? I've done a lot of videos on that, Mr. Dionysos. Sorry if I didn't get your name right. I can do a video on that, but I have done a lot of videos on my YouTube channel. Many videos on how to stop caring what everyone else thinks about you. But I'll do another one because I can. But have a look on the channel. There's a lot of videos on that. I'll write that down. I really appreciate you guys giving me the recommendations. It helps me make more good videos that people can get some help, confidence from. Well, Chris, remember, Chris, I've spoken to you about this already. We've gone over this, and I've given you the advice, Chris. You've got to take the advice and try it, my friend. You have to learn. I know it's hard, and I know it's scary, but you've got to learn to push yourself to ask a woman out, because if you don't, then you're going to just stay where you are. So you just got to go for it. You just got to just try. There's nothing to lose. Yeah, scary though. It's not easy for guys. I do understand. I was really scared the first couple of times when I started asking girls out. I was so nervous. There was a lot of times I couldn't do it. There was a lot of times where I just I couldn't do it. I'd go home. I'd really regret it, or I would stay in a situation. I would be thinking. I'm trying to get myself to do it. I couldn't find the courage. But eventually, I found the courage, and then the confidence came with practice. But you don't have to be perfect, guys. No one's perfect. I'm not perfect. The girls you're speaking to are not perfect. That's the thing. The less perfect you try and be, the better it's going to go for you and with a girl. Maybe to make it easier, Chris, just ask the girl if she wants to go for a coffee with you and talk more. That might be an easier way of asking out instead of just saying, "Oh, will you go out with me? I like you." That might be a bit too much pressure to begin with. So you can make it a little bit more, easy going. Excuse me. Right, what else have we got? I think I've spoken about this on a lot of my videos. I really do think, I know we're in lockdown at the moment, right? And some of us haven't got access to the gym, but let's just say things get back to soon. Going to the gym gives you a lot of confidence to speak to women. It really does improve mental health. It improves everything, feel good. If I go and do a workout, if I go and do some boxing or I go and do some weight training, I feel so much more confident after. I feel a lot less anxiety, excuse me, to speak to people or speak to a woman. So I would always encourage guys to get a fitness routine, whatever it is, running, sports, salsa, meditation, something that's physical that can make you feel good. So then after, when you feel good, very important. If you feel good, guys, and you're positive and you speak to a girl, it's going to go better. I think one of the quickest way to know if a girl's flirting with you if she teases you. If a girl makes fun of you, not in a negative way, but if she's joking with you and she's playing and teasing you and saying you're cute, or she likes your hair, or she, you make her laugh, that's usually a sign. Or if a girl, taps you, or she looks at you, or she starts looking at you and laughing and looking away, all that kind of stuff. But I wouldn't overanalyze, because that will only get you too stressed. You'll generally know if a girl likes you because you should feel it. You should feel that energy. Yeah, body language is the way in which you recognize it. I would say two ways, as you said: psychology, which is all of what we're talking about today, body language, and the feeling that you get. You get a feeling, don't you? When you're speaking to someone, you get a good feeling or a negative feeling. Well, you get present by relaxing. You get present by getting the majority of the anxiety out of your body. It's very hard to be present with a person or a girl when you've got lots of anxiety in your body. So it comes with practice. I got very present today because I've, got into the talk. So you get present by slowing things down, Sean. Slowing down your mind, slowing down. You don't have to be like a monk, right? Nothing wrong with being a monk, but I just mean you don't have to like a monk. Just calming down, relaxing more. The more relaxed you are, the more present you are. And also practicing concentration. You have to practice talking to someone for long periods of time, and then you don't get in your head. You get in the body more. But weight training, exercising while you're doing the self-defense, that should help you being more present. But the more you talk to people, the more present you get. By the way, I don't know if any of you are interested, but I've got an Instagram page, which you guys can follow me if you want more tips and advice. I like the Instagram. I prefer YouTube, but it's pretty good. People follow me. I do advice and positive stuff, so you can follow me on Instagram. Yeah, that's how simple it is, Sean, with practice. What's my Instagram? Johnny Berba Confidence Coach. Let me share a link. We'll get a few more questions and then we're probably going to finish this up. It's been about an hour now. I've really enjoyed today. I'm going to do more of these streams and we'll get more people on. This is the first one I've done in quite a while, so I had to kind of get used to it again. It's been fun. Please do subscribe if you're subscribed already. I really appreciate it, and if you could like and share a video, and I always appreciate if you can leave a comment. And if you've got any questions, then the best thing to do is to ask me a question on the YouTube video, or you can email me directly, or you can message me on Instagram. Let me give you my Instagram page as well. in case some of you want to follow me there. Excuse me. Yeah, if you can think of any more ideas for videos, guys, go ahead. If you've just come on this stream now, basically today, what I went through today was how to get over your anxiety with speaking to girls and improving your social skills of speaking to people. I've covered a lot of conversation skills today, so you can watch this live stream back if you've come on late and you've missed it. Because we've covered a lot of positive, really good stuff today, very practical stuff. But if you've got any questions now, then go ahead. Right. So I'm on Instagram here. I'll put the link in the chat if anyone wants to follow me on Instagram. I do a lot of tips and advice on there. So there's the link. Who's checked out the podcast that I've done on the new channel? Any of you seen that? So look. Wow. You know, it's quite challenging for me at the moment, right? Life's about challenges. We've all got challenges, right? That's what makes us better people. But my challenge at the moment is I've got many different people want different things on this channel, where before it was really just one thing guys wanted, and that was, dating advice, how to speak to girls, which was great. But now the challenge for me is trying to help everyone, because some of you want different things. Some of you, want help with how to be social with people in general. Some of you want confidence. There's quite a lot of different things, but that's nobody else's fault but mine, because I have changed a lot on the channel. I've grown as a person. Obviously, I've been doing this for many years, so I teach some different topics which I like. So that's kind of where the challenge is at the moment with the channel. It's not just about one thing. It's kind of many things, which is why I had to build a second channel, because there were just so many different videos. I didn't want to confuse people and put the podcast show on this channel, because I've got the live streams, I've got the videos, I've got the dating. I'm doing a lot of videos on porn addiction, which a lot of guys are asking for. So I just don't want to confuse people, if that makes sense. Let me know, guys, is it confusing for you on the channel, or is it straightforward? I'm trying to improve it as best as I can. That's the great things about the live streams, is that I can get your questions really quick, where on the YouTube videos it takes a bit more time, because people have got to see the video. It's not live, but there you go. I have shared this. Hopefully this did get shared on Facebook. Let's have a look. I just want to double check. Right, we got any more questions? Because we are coming to the end. I am getting hungry. I really think I'm gonna have to get some food in me. I can't wait to do more of these live streams with you guys. I've forgotten how much I enjoy these. I was doing these all the time before lockdown. It's a shame the lockdown happened, but we've got to just get through it. The fear of rejection is what keeps me away to learning. All right, Christopher, you want me to do a video on that? I've done a video on that. You should check the video out, Chris. I've done a really good video on that. I think you'll appreciate it. 3 ways to deal with rejection. It's on the channel. Have a look. How can I support the channel for all the years of value you've given me? Oh, that's really kind of you. The best way you can support it is just by doing what you're doing now. Just by being a part of it, connecting, and just by subscribing to my channel and sharing a video. You've already done it just by being grateful. That's it. Nice one, Bobby. I appreciate that. Thanks. I'll check on it. Awesome. Right, we're going to officially finish now. Is there any last questions any of you want to ask me before we finish for today? And I will be doing regular live streams because I think these can really help people. I'm going to try and do them every Monday. We'll get a schedule going. I really appreciate that, Solomon. Thank you. I appreciate all your support. You guys are great. Friend zone. Okay, I'll do a video on that, Chris. Friend zone. Great. We've got about 4 different video ideas. Thank you for your time. You're very welcome. You're all welcome. I really appreciate it. So, I hope all of you are doing good. I hope your family as well. Everyone's safe, positive. I'll see you in the next live stream. Remember, when you become fearless, your life becomes more limitless. Never give up. Take your time, keep practicing, and you'll get there in the end. All right. I'll see you guys very, very soon, and have a good evening. Right. Thank you for coming on. It was a pleasure.